everybody. This is lesson from your textbook, which is titled "Bankers are just like anybody else except richer," right? By the well-known American poet Ogden Nash. Okay, so Ogden Nash was a poet who is known primarily for his humorous verse. Okay, so I'll read the background. Okay, I'll read the background as it's given in the textbook. Okay, so it says Ogden Nash, 1902 to 1971, an American poet well known for his light verse. Light verse is, like comical, funny, okay, almost children's poems, right? But they reflect reality, and they deal with the serious situation in a way that is, funny or that can be acceptable, right? So his life was, he was from R-Y-E, New York, right? He hailed from a well-to-do family, but did not complete his college education. So he joined college, but right? His early poems were published in the New Yorker. The New Yorker is one of the famous magazines, okay, of the US. So his first collection of poems, Hard Lines, was published in 1933, right, which made him immensely popular in America, right? So this title of this first book, Hard Lines, it is rather comical because most of his poems are funny poems. So hard lines, right? Anyway, this book made him immensely popular in America. Nash produced over 500 pieces of comic verse. The rest of his work was published in 14 volumes between 1931 and 1972. Nash wrote screenplays for 3 Hollywood films. Right? All institutions put in place in capitalism are marvelous places to celebrate the success of human civilizations. So, all institutions in the sense of education institutions like schools, colleges, and you have other institutions like financial institutions, for example, banks, okay? And there are many such institutions in society. All institutions put in place capitalism. Capitalism is, what we find in society today. Capital means money. So a society which is based on the earning and the spending of money, okay, that is capitalism. For example, industries, right? Industries, factories, all these are capitalist institutions. All institutions put in place in capitalism are marvelous places to celebrate the success of human civilization. So we know very well that human civilization has not always been like it is today, right? The comforts which people enjoy today, we are told that even the kings and emperors of the past could not enjoy the comforts and luxuries which the ordinary man takes for granted. For example, the type of food he eats, the type of cot or the mattress he sleeps on, the sofas, the TVs, all sorts of gadgets, all sorts of electronic gadgets. So the success of human civilization is celebrated by the institutions of today, right? They are capitalist, the products of capitalism. The tone of the poem is more than sarcastic, right? So the tone of this poem, the poem called "Bankers are just like anybody else except richer," the tone of this poem is more than borders on mockery. Mockery is, when you really sort of intentionally humiliate a person, right? It borders on mockery. The poem provides a sardonic insight into the operations of the bank and the frame of mind of bankers, right? So what is the frame of mind? What is the point of view? What are the principles and the ideals by which bankers operate, right? Now, any profession requires a point of view. If you're an artist, for example, you must deal with, you must have a point of view, like whether you're dealing in color or, you must know all the rules, all the principles of your art. If you're a scientist, again, you must have a point of view. The point of view of a scientist is that it discovers more and more about the world, right? So what is the point of view of the frame of mind of the bankers? How do they make so much money? What is the principle by which they operate by? They function, right? So this point provides an insight into the operation of the frame of mind of bankers. Bankers, by a little stretch of the imagination, can be deemed to be human, right? Can be deemed to be human with a little money, more money possession, right? So, you see, bankers are just like anybody else. They are humans like you and me. Except that they have a little more money or a lot more money in their hands, right? The poet smugly remarks that a little greed on the part of bankers does not dehumanize them beyond corrigibility. So the poet argues, right? And so the poet makes a remark that a little greed on the part of a person. You see, this point of view, that you must give, you must donate, you must practice charity, you must look after your fellow men. Those are very strong, teachings which are given to us right from our childhood, right? But what is the opposite point of view? Rather than giving, you think about yourself, right? You think about your needs, your wants. So a little greed on the part of bankers. How can bankers accumulate so much? Because they keep most of what they have for themselves, right? A little greed on the part of bankers does not dehumanize them beyond corrigible. Corrigible means that it can be mended, right? It's not beyond mending. So, you see, what the poet is saying is that, bankers, they have so much because they have that element of greed in their natures, right? I want more and more. But that does not make them inhuman, right? So the common point of view is, right, if a person has too much money, there is a source of all evil, right? Too much is too bad, and so on and so forth. Right? So now let's let's read the poem. So the poet says, this is a song to celebrate banks, right? So, whenever any event, like any major event like a war or something takes place, that event is celebrated with a poem or a song, right? So, this is a song, this is a poem to celebrate banks, right? Because they are full of money and you get into them and all you hear is clinks and clanks, right? So why should we celebrate money? Why should we celebrate banks? Because they're full of wealth, they're full of money. Once you enter a bank, what do you hear? You hear either the rustling of the notes, you hear either the rustling of the notes as the cashiers count them, or the counting machines nowadays, as they count the money. You hear the rustling of the notes, or in the old days you could hear the clinks and clanks of the coins, right? So the cashiers used to count the coins, the dollars, the cents, the nickels, the dimes, right? In the USA, right? And they're full of clinks and clanks, the sound of coins, or maybe a sound like the wind in the trees on the hills, So what is this? The sound like the wind in the tree of death. Now if you gone to an open place, you would have seen that the wind, when it blows through the leaves of a tree, makes a rustling sound. So what is this rustling sound? It is the sound of the banknotes as they are being counted, which is the rustling of the $1,000 bills. So the point makes it quite clear, right? The rustling of the $1,000 bills. Most bankers dwell in marble halls, right? Dwell means to live. Where do most bankers spend their time? In the bank or even in the home. Their homes are luxurious places. They are lined with marble. The banks and the homes of bankers are lined with marble. Most bankers dwell in marble halls, which they get to dwell in because they encourage deposits